Speeches for the program. It is a very focused program, and the focus tonight and this evening is going to be the role that Pakistani Americans can play in American politics. Thankfully, we are all Pakistani Americans whose candidate Donald Trump won, luckily, and we can take pride in this. This translates into, yes, thank you, congratulations to the entire Pakistani American community. We can take pride in the fact this is an unusually jubilant moment for all of us. The reason being that, historically speaking, Pakistani Americans have always supported Democrat candidates. And I believe in the past 4 years or so, they have disappointed all of us. In many ways, many ways. They have not only disappointed Muslim citizens in America, but particularly they have disappointed Pakistanis living in America as well. So this created an opportunity for Pakistani Americans to make a shift from a Democratic Party sympathizers and supporters to join and hands with the Republican people, Republican Party. It was not an easy penetration, it was not an easy entrance, it was not a welcome for Pakistanis to join Republican because we are very new. We were known to be Democrats, and we are known to be people who have a divided community. In every borough, we have more than 10 different groups, and the Democrats know us all very well. So they play with our emotions, they take our money, they took actually our money, and they made us false promises. But luckily, this time around, we bet on Republican Party, and most of our candidates in New York, in Long Island, in particular, upstate New York, Hudson Valley, in Houston area, Dallas area, they were very successful. And because of their success, we now have our own speaker, Mike Johnson, in Congress. Congratulations to the Pakistani community. We have noticed anytime any political organization or community organization wanted to bring into their homes or their businesses or their community gatherings Democrat candidates, they were asking them for hundreds of thousands of dollars, which people who came here to work really hard and make their earnings, they reluctantly gave them money, 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, 50,000, because they themselves were Democrat people. They came from the same background as we did. Luckily, Republicans, I found out to be, they are not like that. On the contrary, they are very generous. I am the living embodiment of that. I have been working with them since 2016 when Trump ran for election, and then 2020 as well, and then now this recent election as well. I am the only Pakistani American who is a member of the Capitol Hill Club, which is a Republican club in Washington, D.C., which you cannot become a member unless 3 to 5 congressmen sign for you. It was not easy for me, but I promised them that we have people in our community who are seriously considering working with you guys. And they believed us. Pakistani Americans from left and right, you have no idea, they supported the Republican Party. I never asked them for money. I never asked them for fundraising, but they said, we are sick and tired of Democrats. Now it's time to switch to the Republican Party. And I think they made the right decision. Our community is in a much better shape today than it was yesterday. Starting tomorrow when Donald Trump takes oath, it will be a new America. It will be a new relationship between Pakistan and America. And I think it will be a new world as well. Living in here in this country for the past 3+ decades. At times I come in limelight deliberately, and at times I do not. I try to go in hibernation. Everybody knows that, all my friends know that. I try to do my politics purposefully. I try not to get the limelight for myself. I try not to be the poster boy of all the newspapers in this community. I try to seriously work with people like you who are very serious, who are very, very successful, who have the families living here, who have the kids who went to good schools and got good degrees and have good jobs. God bless you for that. And it was only possible because the America has a wonderful opportunity for people like you and me. We come from a very modest background, but America made us learn and earn and make our place in this community. God bless. That's why we say God bless America again and again. We do not say God bless any other country. This country has given us some tremendous opportunity that we could only dream about. Lastly, one thing I will say to all my Pakistani Americans who are present here and who are also listening or watching anywhere in America, please, let's stop working for or with any political party in Pakistan. Let's start working with political parties in America. Whether you work with the Republican Party or Democrat Party, it doesn't matter. For God's sake, let's not waste our money, time, effort, and energy on those political parties who are owned by certain families or individuals. Let's work here. We are not going back to Pakistan. I am sure you all agree with me. Is anybody going back to Pakistan forever? No, I don't think so. Are your children going back to Pakistan anytime soon? I do not think so. Since this has become our adopted homeland, I humbly request that we send this message to other folks who are living in this community, who are Pakistani Americans. Let's work together, join hands, become a force. Let's send our kids to Congress, Senate, Mayor's office, Governor's office, get them jobs, get them careers, even if possible, get them elected. This is the only message for tonight's evening's events. Reassurance, reconfirmation, and a promise that from now on, starting 2025, serious people of Pakistani American communities will give up working for any political party in Pakistan, no matter who it is. Trust me, they are all bad apples. We all know that. And we have wasted, all of us, a lot of our time and energy. We have made enemies amongst ourselves. You belong to a different party, she belongs to a different party, I belong to a different party. I don't think it's very creative. Let's work together for American politics. Let's integrate ourselves into the fabric of this society. Let's be part of America. Let's make America great again. God bless you all. Not related to Pakistan, but related to mostly America. Please step forward and say a word in less than 30 seconds or 40 seconds. I will start with the junior most guy, Dr. Chadda. Dr. Chadda, you are a kid.
One of my friends here, Ashraf Azmi, he has done a tremendous job in the Huntington area, and they have given him a position now in the Democratic Party. So, but you know that you have to work hard. He goes from door to door when there's election, they take the candidates, and the candidates just act like their friends now. I have been interacting very much with them, but on a different level. My topic was Islamophobia. Make them aware what Islamophobia is, what are the issues that Muslims are facing, and they have responded positively to us. So I think every one of us has to be active in the community. And again, I will request even Imran Bhai that he should approach more people in different areas and make it a bigger party so that people can know that there is a Democrat, not only Democrat, but a Republican too. And we should be focusing on our young people so they can come forward and become the future leader of USA. And this is important, and get some positions. And it is happening slowly, but it should be accelerated more. That's my advice, I think. Thank you.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Many things. From the beginning, since I start seeing these politicians, everybody, I have a lot of friends, doctor friends from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. I have seen that other communities other than Pakistanis, they are very much involved. Even from their school, they take tours to senator offices, and then they go to congressman offices in DC and learn the process. I have also seen asking me, some parents, that can they come to your clinic and learn something about the medicine. But the more we have involvement in DC from the age of 12 or 13 or 14, that can, I think, excite our children to take part in the policy making, take part in the, it can impact Pakistani community very well. So we need to send our kids more and more to DC. If anyone needs help, we are here to help to get them into congressman or senator offices. That will be very impactful from maybe 10, 15 years from now on, and it will help us. We will be getting older, so our kids should go there.
Very nice. Very nice. Americans was made possible by a very generous support of Dr. Shehzad. Of course, I was part of it. We do not raise funds for events which advocate for something which are educational or which are supposed to be inspirational. We don't like to do that. If there is money raising to be done, we try to do that for some candidate or incumbent or sitting congressman or senator who wants to be the friend of Pakistani American community. If he comes to your home, he knows your child's name, we will give him money. If he comes to your home, takes all your checks and never sees you again, we don't give him money. So that is why I have over a dozen of congressmen's cell phone number in my phone, because I only give them the money because they answer my calls. If they don't answer my call or my friends' calls, it's not just I own them. All my friends own them who support them. That is why we are close, and it's bipartisan. It's not just a Republican, it's bipartisan. Dr. Chadda also mentioned Dr. Ashur Bais, that he's a Democrat and he's also the commissioner in Suffolk County, mashallah. He has done it very smartly. He has done it in a grassroots level. He did not do it like the other people did it by throwing checks at the candidates and trying to get a job. No, he did it through his work, and he deserves it. God bless you, Ashur Bhai. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
I'm a Democrat. I'm an executive member of Suffolk Democratic Party. I'm not a commissioner of Suffolk administration, but the only thing I learned from my experience, and this is what I will share with you, with all of you, that don't just work with the candidate, work with the party as he is trying to do it, to work with the Republican Party, not just for the candidate, because if you work for a candidate, you will have a limited access to the party. But if you work for party, believe me, you will be heard. And we are a very effective, educated community. They cannot ignore us.
Wonderful, beautiful.
They understand us, we understand them. It's a first step. It's a very important step. And I think all we need to know when they have these gatherings, and once we go there, they will recognize. I went first time 2 months ago in Republican Party's main office, where Joe Cairo was there, and other Republican leaders were there. They were very nice and very friendly, and I know Democrats also. We invite them also our home, and we invite them in our functions and everywhere. So it's very important to get engaged with them and try to, we have to plan before we go, what is our actual reason to go there, It's very, very important. And very, very important to speak up. Never be afraid that what they will say, they will not say anything. If you are a civilian US citizen, you have same rights like they have, all other people over there have rights. So speak up and talk to them, talk about your kids, that they are interested, they want to join you, and talk about more community centers for us. We have too many mosques, but we have none community center. Why? If you see the other communities, they have been funded for a community center. We should have a good community center with, inshallah, next 2 years, we should be celebrating victory in our own community sectors, you know. That's very important.
It's time for a shift. It's time for the whole world is shifting. Europe is shifting. The Middle East is shifting. There's a shift in Pakistan as well. On a very fancy title from the Suffolk County Executive, Ed Romain, who's also a Republican candidate, whom entire Pakistani community living in Long Island supported very generously, and he paid back handsomely. Ijaz Bahari, would you please kindly come to the, I know,
such an important event, I believe. I would just add, you all have said a whole lot of things, but I would think that this is a pivotal moment for our community, and why? It's not that the Republicans won or Trump won. Believe it or not, I think the Muslim community won. Because for the longest time, you and I was registered Republican, but I voted Democrat because I thought they were probably more conducive to our needs, but it turned out to be not the case. But this time, the Muslim community, which was considered to be irrelevant, if you talk to Republican leaders or Democratic leaders, you know, they would give some lip service or support, but they really didn't think we mattered. But thanks to the Arab Muslim community and the Muslim community at large, and the circumstances that happened in the Middle East, that most of the Muslims converged and voted against Biden. And that message came, and I think both parties understand that. So this is the moment for us to capitalize on that. If we don't take this momentum in our favor now, we're going to miss the boat. So we have become very, very important for both Republicans and Democrats. And I applaud Ashraf Bhai for doing his job in the Democratic side, and applaud Imran for the same job in the Republican side. But I think we need to capitalize this. We need to make ourselves felt, and not by just getting pictures taken with the politicians, but actually participating in the process. You know, we really need to. I don't understand why Imran could not be one of the, an officer or an elected official in any of the government, or any one of you guys. So I think we need to, now is the moment. I think the Republican parties do understand. We saw what happened in Michigan. We saw in a lot of places because of the Muslim vote that the table swung. And we really, really need to take full advantage of that. And we need to get more involved, and we need to participate more. And the message is that, you know, if for our children, you know, we pretty much had a successful graduate from our life, but it's for the sake of our children. If we want them to have a prosperous future, we have to become part of this system. And like Imran said, while we may be voting for one party or the other in Pakistan, and we do want fair elections to be held there, but this is our country. This is where we need to spend most of our time, make sure we get involved.
Resumes, and we'll start employing some Pakistanis from the New York community. Why not now have some of our Pakistanis?
It was very deliberately handpicked. We could have 500 people here, 1,000 people here, 300 people here. But me and Dr. Saad decided, these are people who want to be present here. These are serious people, successful people, people who care for their country, the people care for their faith, and are worried about their children at the same time. But at the same time, they're hesitant to be part of this American politics because they do not know which way to go or to start. To capitalize, I think, I'm not selling it, but if you go on this website here, Pakistani American Republican Club.org, there should be a button there that says join. Just join. There's no fee, there's no money involved. If you have a friend who think they could contribute, just being part of it. Ask them to be part of this. This way our number will grow, we'll know how many of us we are here in Queens, Nassau, Suffolk County. That is how we will start to capitalize. This is how it will snowball into something bigger and bigger and bigger. Thank you very much. Can I ask Chaudhry Sarwar Saab to please come here?
Of becoming Republicans. वरना वो यहाँ नहीं होता। जब इनविटेशन आई ना आपकी, तो I read it says like black tie event, and I talked to myself when I was getting ready. I said, not tonight. I have to be in red. So this is me showing solidarity.
Very nice.
With the Republicans. So that's so true. I go to a lot of events. Well, so to so. I sort of handpick where I go, but I have more access to a lot of events, sports or small, medium, and large. And I interact with communities. That is for so sure. एक चीज़ मैं बताना चाहूँगा यहाँ पे कि हम लोग पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन बाय डिफॉल्ट डेमोक्रेट्स हो जाते हैं. मैं यूएस आया 30 years ago, something like this. So जब मेरी आईडी बन रही थी तो उसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन थी. डेमोक्रेट सुनते हुए आए थे पाकिस्तान से. मीडिया से मेरा ताल्लुक पाकिस्तान में भी था. आई स्टार्टेड विद द न्यूज़. सो मैंने कहा डेमोक्रेट्स, पता ही नहीं था कुछ. पढ़ना शुरू किया, समझना शुरू किया. About 10 years ago, I converted. I deregistered myself from Democrats and I became independent. And come Donald Trump's election campaign, not this, the one before, 8 years ago, then I turned Republican. So this club feels home. Therefore, when you sent me the invitation, I got connected to it. So why? मेरे घर में सारे Democrats हैं. My wife and my daughter, they are independent, but I am certainly 100% Republican. So एक जो फिनोमेना हम लोग फॉलो करते हैं ना, वो है कि रिपब्लिकन्स और डेमोक्रेट्स के अंदर जो डिफरेंस हम समझते हैं कि डेमोक्रेट्स पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन को, देसियों को सपोर्ट करती है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. हमें यहाँ पे देखकर ये देखना है कि डेमोक्रेट्स और रिपब्लिकन्स का पॉलिटिक्स के ऊपर एम्फेसिस किया है विद ग्लोबल इम्पैक्ट. रिपब्लिकन्स की पॉलिसी मुझको पर्सनली इसलिए भी पसंद है कि दे आर नॉट वॉर मॉन्गर्स पर से. और अगर एथनिक कम्युनिटी को कभी भी कोई बेनिफिट मिला है तो रिपब्लिकन्स के अंदर ही मिला है. सो एक तो चीज़ ये. दूसरा, हमारे जो पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन यहाँ रहते हैं ईस्ट कोस्ट के अंदर, बिलीव मी और नॉट, रिपब्लिकन्स के इस विनिंग के अंदर हमारा रोल नेक्स्ट टू नथिंग, बल्कि एक्चुअली ऑलमोस्ट नथिंग है. सो हम तो बाय डिफॉल्ट न्यूयॉर्क में रहते हैं, तो हम ब्लू स्टेट में रहते हैं, तो हमारे वोट की वैल्यू कोई नहीं है. सो मेरे घर में डिस्कशन हो रही थी बच्चों के साथ, एज द यंग मैन मेंशन, यू मस्ट स्पीक पॉलिटिक्स एट द टेबल. सो वी डू. सो हमारी डिस्कशन चल रही थी करंट इलेक्शंस के ऊपर. तो उसमें ये कहा कि अगर हम एज अ रिपब्लिकन, मुझे टारगेट कर रहे थे, मेरा बेटा मुझे कह रहा था कि वेदर यू वोट फॉर डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प और नॉट डजंट मैटर, योर वोट डजंट काउंट. आई सेड इट डज काउंट, even though it does not make a difference here because Republicans are not taking over here this state, New York. मगर एक चीज़ ज़रूर होगी, जब गिनती होगी तो उसमें यह ज़रूर आएगा कि एक वोट डेमोक्रेट्स का कम हो गया. Why? This is what we need to think.
Everybody who he is or who she is. So everybody knows each other. If there's anybody that can get something out of somebody, please, let's connect. And people have gotten marriages out of these kind of events.
To Donald Trump for his ज़बरदस्त सक्सेस एंड इतनी पॉपुलैरिटी के साथ वो जो जीते हैं, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि दैट्स अ वेरी गुड फॉर आवर ओवरसीज कम्युनिटी. एंड आई थिंक इट्स नॉट ओनली फॉर ओवरसीज कम्युनिटी, ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड people are very happy. Why they are happy? Because in the past he took the very good step because he stopped the war. And people were happy and he was waiting, he knew that he gonna do it. And he did it before his inauguration. You can see ceasefire. That is the first step. This wonderful program. And already Imran Bhai stopped me, not mention like centers and Muslim centers and other things. But I would like to say about it because I was having a program all the time. I need a space. I had the mental health program, breast cancer awareness, domestic violence, and the.
और आप सबको भी मुबारक हो. और जैसे कि डॉक्टर शहजाद ने कहा कि हमारे यहाँ कम्युनिटी सेंटर नहीं है, तो इसकी बहुत ज़्यादा कमी है. तो मुझे याद है हारिस जब फर्स्ट टाइम इंडिपेंडेंट लड़ा अपना इलेक्शन यहाँ यूएस कांग्रेस का, तो मैं पहली वाहिद आई एम कैंपेन मैनेजर हारिस की थी, जो हम लोगों ने यहाँ पे स्टार्ट किया. और फिर यहाँ पे इतने वोट लिए लोगों से, तो उसके बाद मुझे एहसास हुआ कि यहाँ पे जो स्पेशली हमारे बच्चे हैं, उनके लिए उनका फ्यूचर बड़ा ब्राइट है. क्योंकि हम पाकिस्तान से हैं, तो हमारे बच्चे क्योंकि यहाँ रेस हुए हैं तो उनको बहुत ज़्यादा अपॉर्चुनिटी है, क्योंकि वो जितनी हिस्ट्री अमेरिका के समझते हैं उतना हमें भी नहीं मालूम, क्योंकि हम पाकिस्तान से आए हैं। अभी भी यहाँ पे रह के भी हम पाकिस्तानी पॉलिटिक्स कर रहे होते हैं, तो हमारे बच्चे क्योंकि यहाँ रेस हुए हैं, मैं खुद अपने बेटे हारिस से बहुत कुछ सीखती हूँ, क्योंकि वो जब यहाँ किताबें पढ़ता है, लाता है, बुक्स पढ़ता है, वो कहता है आप भी पढ़ो। तो लेकिन मेरे में इतना स्टैमिना नहीं है। आई वाज अ प्रोफेशनल टेबल टेनिस प्लेयर, मैं तो एक खिलाड़ी।
Old we are, but in 70s we used to meet, and we have no idea who's our mayor was, who's running the show, and who is our elected officials are. But now, mashallah, I am very glad. You know, the whole community is very well versed of all the. At least we are talking about what our problems are. First thing, if you know what the problems are, it is easy to fix them. You know, first, you know, on, like they said, on every table, I talk to young kids. They say, my father always talk about Pakistani politics. You know, they don't know who is running in their district in New York. They don't know who is running in their district in Long Island. But they know everything about Pakistan, and they came here 50 years ago. I said, come on, man, we should be working in this country. This is your country. Talk to them, you listen to them, and tell them your name. If they don't know your name, don't talk to them anymore. And that's what is happening right now. And I am very glad all you people that are working on this. I see bright future. At earlier age, when we were here, all the employers who were asking, we need people who are like you. Can you find a friend who can work with us? You know, we need people like you. But we have to do the same thing, go into politics and let this politician find out what you are, what you do, and then let them call you and bring the more Pakistanis in the politics.
Let's have a dinner. Make up something. Make up something? Yeah. There's nothing.
नवाज साहब,
सब लोगों ने सब कुछ कह चुके हैं, तो मैं कह
नवाब साहब बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. नवाब साहब is very active. His wife is active.
To have dinner and enjoy your life, I'll give you few bullet points. Number one, don't get involved in this politics of Democrat and Republican. It's a big boys game. President Roosevelt once said, Republican and Democrat, what is the difference? He said, they are like a two pea in a pod. जैसे मटर के दो दाने होते हैं बराबर में रखे. Bangladeshi people, but we are coming up and we can have a very big and profound impact in the politics of United States. If you ask me rationally, give me some good rationale why. The reason number one, 80% of our youth are high school graduate. 70% our youth are college graduate. 30% of our people, they have a master degree. We have 22,000 physicians working here 24/7, serving America across the board. And moreover, then the last thing I want to say, that our young generation, they have a affinity, they have a predilection